All right, the recording is on. Thank you all so much. So please keep your mics muted until you ask to speak, so the recording is clear enough for us to, post after the boot camp. All right, so we move today to AI storytelling. This is what we are all here for. I can assure you. Yes, today was very introductory. We took out the time to understand storytelling and how it works. And tonight we'll be going a step further. We'll be talking about AI storytelling. This is where you have to pray that your network does not log you off. Every network, it won't go off in Jesus' name. Yeah, because it's gonna be a very interesting class, and I wouldn't want you to miss out even for 5 minutes. So please, I know we are all busy. It's a very we choose 5 p.m., 6 p.m. because I felt like those working class people will have been back home and you get and all of that. Yeah. So I would like to say that again, that we should ensure that we all work together tonight to make this a possibility. All right. Without wasting further time, I would like us to I would like us to comment. I'm trying to share the link to people who are not here. Please give me a minute so we can have everyone available on this, because we have people that we gave some platforms to who are currently not on the call. All right. Without wasting further time, I've shared the links to as many people as possible. We could now begin officially. AI storytelling. All right. As always, I like to start every class with a question, and it just helps me get to know if we are on the same page and things like that. Can we all still see my screen, please? I want us to be sure we can all see my screen. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Discussion now. Which tale or story made you emotional or brought you to tears? Now I'll be showing you an AI film that I did. I think on Wednesday or Tuesday after this. So, but I would like us to talk. Which tale or story made you emotional or brought you to tears? I think I would love to hear our reactions, or you feel free to unmute your mic here. You can raise your hands up and unmute your mic. So, which tale or story made you emotional? Please go ahead. You have the floor. In your Lua Faith, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
I read I read the story and it spoke directly to what I was passing through. The story title is Rebirth. So the
Hmm.
person shared her struggles and how she was able to like overcome and how God helped her. So it's really like it made me tear up because it really spoke to what I was going through currently. It was so relatable. I'll just say that.
Hmm. 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 Emphasis on relatable. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. All right, I'm in the chat box now. There's the selection series after series. I like that. Okay. Jemima said, every story I read, I either cry because it's so beautiful, or because something sad happened, or because the story is horrible. I cry easily. Amazing. Amazing. I would love to hear from you again, Steve. Please, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Or was it a movie you watched? Maybe not a book. Was it a movie? I think I shared mine yesterday about how I watched an Indian film growing up and I was crying, or rather, I cried my eyes out. Waiting for an Angel by Hilon Habila. Straw by Tyler Perry. Yes, yes, yes. I watched the movie Straw. I did not cry. Yeah, I mean, I tried to be hard boy. I did not cry, but the film was. If you have not seen the movie Tyler Perry Straw, you should go see it. It's a very interesting one. Yeah, someone said the Passion of the Christ. Amazing. All right, all right.
Sorry, my Black Panther too.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much for that. We that watch part two, we understand what happened in because someone passed on, and I think it just made us really, really, yeah, Chadwick Boseman, and all of that. Someone is saying the Titanic and Barry Allen to suffer. All right, and Flash. Flash is my all-time favorite series. The one said Sinners. Funny how I did not like that movie Sinners. I did not like it, and I didn't want to finish, but I think I will check it again. The anime movie Your Name and the movie Me Before You. Ah, okay. The Choosing. I think I know about the Choosing. Okay. Abattoir. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Um, I think one major thing I was trying to make you understand, even as I asked the question tonight, is just to make you come to a point where you realize that what makes the story beautiful is actually the fact that it was relatable, right? It means the story was not about some high sounding nonsense. They were not trying to sound deep. They were not trying to talk about something different. They wanted to be relatable, right? And I think yesterday I took out the time to explain that it doesn't matter what you want to say. People must understand what you are saying, right? Doesn't matter. I think, and yesterday I said the exact words. People do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Doesn't matter what you're selling. Doesn't matter what you're giving. There must be of a necessity the element of emotional connection, right? And then I'll be going on to my story today. I want to be sure. Okay, all right. So yesterday we began the story. It was about Liam and what's the girl's name? Lily. Do you remember our story of yesterday? Liam and Lily. Do you remember? Do you remember? I'd like us to react. Do we all remember Liam and Lily? Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Right, and we said Liam chopped breakfast in the end, and someone protested on the group and said justice for Liam, justice for Liam. Liam should not have to deal with that at that age. So funny enough, I was working on a short movie the other day, and I wrote something similar to this, and I'll be showing you my story that I did shortly, right? But this time I used a different scenario. I used okay. I think I won't tell the detail until you watch it yourself. So I'll be playing the video now. I'd like you to watch the video. Then I'll call about three people to talk about it. Then I move on to AI storytelling. So I won't tell you what the film is about. I will only play it for you, and you will tell me if so. You will grade it if this is if I should make it into a complete film, right? Or if I should stop there. Are we together, please? Please clap for me. I mean an AI film. Clap for me, please. Clap for me. All right. Are we ready to see the AI film? It's about 48 seconds, right? But I think it's something to show. Are we ready? There's this sound that they used to do in thriller movies. Da, 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 da. All right. So let me show you my okay, present something else. All right. A minute, please. I'm trying to check here. All right. Are we ready? All right. All right. So I'm playing the film in three, two, one, go.
My beloved, these walls are colder than the grave, yet your memory warms me more than fire ever could. With every stroke of this quill, I feel as though I touch your hand across the silence of stone and iron. The chains bite at my wrists, but they cannot bind the soul that flies to you each night. I see your face in the flicker of the candle. I hear your laughter in the hush that torments me. Should these words ever reach you, remember this. I endure not for myself, but for the promise of your embrace. If fate is cruel and I never walk free, then let these words be my last breath carried to you. Proof that love endures, even when the body fails. I love you now and forever. Yours, always. Raphael.
Okay. Do we watch that? All right. Please, do we network was spotty? Oh, okay. I think I'll play it again. for those that did not get it earlier, just once. I'm not showing you my trailer because this is my film and it's not published yet, but I'll just show you a clip of it. You can't see my screen. Wow, wow. Please check your device. I think they cannot see my screen because it's shared from here. So please try to check again. All right, so I'm playing the video again. Please let's listen, watch out for details, and we'll talk about it after you've watched it. Are we together, please? Let me see a reaction before I replay. All right. All right. So I'm playing it again now.
My beloved, these walls are colder than the grave, yet your memory warms me more than fire ever could. With every stroke of this quill, I feel as though I touch your hand across the silence of stone and iron. The chains bite at my wrists, but they cannot bind the soul that flies to you each night. I see your face in the flicker of the candle. I hear your laughter in the hush that torments me. Should these words ever reach you, remember this. I endure not for myself, but for the promise of your embrace. If fate is cruel and I never walk free, then let these words be my last breath carried to you. Proof that love endures, even when the body fails. I love you now and forever. Yours, always. Raphael.
All right. I hope you got it now. I hope you got it now. All right. Jemima, is your network still acting up? It's not acting up. I can tell from my comments that it's not acting up. All right. So I would like about 2 people to talk about this. I have not, please leave Raphael alone. He's taking, he's already in love. Please. Right? All right. Don't hug somebody else's all right. So please, I'd like a few people to talk tonight. So you've seen the video, I played it twice. I won't play it again. I just hope you want to watch it again, but I won't play it again. Right? This is the only clip I can show you for now. It's still a project. All right. So please let's talk. Please unmute your mic. So what stood out for you? What can you pick? Now, this entire thing is AI obviously generated, right? With simple prompts, I was able to come up with this 48 seconds short film in about an hour thereabout, right? So please let's talk. So what stood out for you? What did you not like? Quickly, I want us to quickly address this. So we've not even done a slide for today. Amira, please go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay, hello everyone. What stood out to me was the emotion, the depth, like the way you spoke, the words you used, the expressions and everything. I
I
really
can't hear
related
you.
to it. And I was like, getting. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, this is much better now. Please go ahead.
All right, I said I enjoyed the emotions, the way you wrote and everything, the depth and the words used. I got really teary while watching it.
Wow. It means I can be a movie writer from now. Okay? Hollywood, I mean Holly Nollywood, Nolly Hollywood. You shall get the combination. All right. All right, next person. Talk about it. How was it for you? Did it resonate with you? Did you feel the person's pain? Anybody else, please. Our time is fast spent. Nobody's talking.
So,
All
from
right.
my own view, I felt the person pain and the passion and the love that the person has for the person's writing to write, even though the person cannot really reach the person the person is writing to write. So he's writing from a place of pain and love. Like, I really love you, even though I'm not here or whatever. Sha. So it was a beautiful video.
Okay. Thank you. Osita, please go ahead. Last person before I run.
Okay,
Please go ahead.
for me, well, I don't know, maybe it's because of the first statement that I made that I'm not a nice person. That when I watched the movie, I was trying to like be emotional. But I don't know. I wasn't. It's as if my heart was that strong. But I feel like it will move me more if the letter was for a girl. I couldn't see.
He was for a
So
gay,
that's
couldn't
how.
say. That's what it
Eh?
was for. Yes, that's what it was for.
Okay, I don't know that. If not, I would have felt emotional. But I don't know why. Not to. I was not reacting. I don't know. I was trying to, but it was
Oh
not
my
coming.
god. All right. All right. Thank you for that sincerity. All right. Now I'm gonna show you a few errors. I was hoping somebody would talk about error, but nobody addressed error. Someone's hand still up. All right. Okay. All right. I think that's Osita, and you already spoke. Okay. Are we together, please? All right. So we quickly move on now to the next. All right. I want to be sure we're all on the same page. Okay. So I'm sure you've heard about AI, AI, AI. I want this to be as very fast as possible because we have to do the practical from today. All right. I'm sure you've always heard about AI, AI this, AI this, AI this, AI this, AI that. So what actually is this AI? Right? Now, not all AI is the same. AI is different, right? It's the same way you have how do I put this now? The same way you have good example, not all noodles, you know, we all call this Indomie, right? But Indomie is just a brand. Do you understand? But they are all noodles, right? The same way, not all AI is the same. Artificial intelligence, right? It encompasses every invention, every creation, everything that mimics human intelligence, right? It means anything that tries to mimic your brilliance, your intelligence, anything that tries to mimic your sense of humans in general is artificial, right? So we call it artificial intelligence rather, because it refers to everything that encompasses human intelligence being mimicked, right? Now, this simply means that without you and I, there will be no AI. Hmm, hmm. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Without you and I, there will be no AI. Do you understand? So, in as much as that may sound cliche, it's actually very true. The only reason AI is here is because you are here, right? It means AI is an attempt to mimic what you do. Now, when we move a step further from that and we talk about generative AI, okay, before that, I'm sure maybe someone here, or maybe we all here would have at some point used YouTube before. YouTube, Spotify, AudioMac, any of these streaming platforms and all of that. Notice how that sometimes the more you search on some kinds of videos, the more it brings it to your news feeds. Exactly. Like Instagram, it works with TikTok, I'm sure it works with Facebook as well. The more you search for food content, you will keep seeing more food content. Now, that is called machine learning. That is also AI, right? It means it is learning from what you are doing and is recommending things to you based on what it perceives to be your preference, right? So I'm just saying that one of the reasons, the greatest reason why AI will not replace people is because people are the reason why AI exists. So this should be the fundamental argument. Each time someone says AI will do this, tell them the reason AI is here is because of human beings, right? It means AI will have to keep learning over time, year in, year out, decade after decade, because it has not come to a point of ultimatum, right? In those in computer science, those the tech service here will know there's a difference between ASI and AGI, right? What we are doing right now is still mostly ASI, right? AGI is still not, but let's not go into all that now. So, but you have to understand that AI is basically here because you are here. When we then move to generative AI, this is the fun part for me. I love generative AI, right? It makes work easier, it makes work faster, and it's a specialized form of AI that is capable of creating original content. original content, right? It means it can create things that prior to that time did not exist. Take for instance, if you have a little child, or maybe those that probably have grew up with kids before, when you show them something for a long time, over time, okay, if you show them pictures of cat and a dog, over time, they can distinctively identify what is a cat and what a dog is. Do you understand? And please, you must really pay attention to this tonight, right? So this is how AI learns. AI is trained with a lot of data. Please, you must know this. A lot of data, billions, tons and tons of data, right? So from this data, it is able to interpret what you are saying. So in actual sense, AI does not understand what you are typing, right? How you can tell ChatGPT, I need to write an essay on this, and it can give you in minutes. It works by prediction mechanism. How do I mean? It just simply means that when you ask a chat box something, for instance, maybe you're gonna have an essay or something, and it's able to give you something very good. It does that by predicting the next word from what you are saying. It means in actual sense, AI does not understand what you are saying, right? But there's something we call in AI, there's something we call natural language processing. So I'm trying to make this very simple because there are many technical terms that I can't go into now, but it's something we call natural language processing. So in this NLP, it allows the AI to understand English and give you back English. But in actual sense, it does not understand English language, right? So it means it allows, so this mechanism in AI allows chat boxes, allows, meshing different kinds of gadgets and appliances to understand to a minimum what you are saying and then predict what the response should be. I hope that is clear enough. So this is the major difference between AI. AI is like your mother. Then you have generative AI, you have deep learning, you have different kinds. I'm trying to make this very simple, right? But the point is, what we need to know about tonight is generative AI. Generative AI is the juice. It is the fun part. It is the most interesting part. Believe me, I just did a project that I finished yesterday. Yes, and trust me, if I had not utilized AI properly, it would have taken me about 2 weeks for that project, right? But I did it in 4 days, right? Utilizing the power of AI. And I hope that what you are in for tonight would really reveal to you a lot about AI. Now, how does AI work? We have to understand this before we enter practical sessions. You have to understand how it actually works. Now, like I said again, it actually works in a very simple order. It learns. The same way you go to school and you are fed with a lot of data, you are taught about math, taught about chemistry, about physics, about tech, about this, about that. The same way AI learns patterns, right? And it learns from billions of words, images, text, it learns complex patterns. So it is from this pre-learned. Let me ask a quick question. What is the meaning of GPT? Do not Google this, but what's the meaning of GPT? I want to know who has ever thought about it before. Who knows what the meaning of, if you said chat GPT, chat GPT, chat GPT, what is the meaning of GPT? At least you know what chat is. Chat is to chat. What is GPT? Anybody, just 2 minutes. What is the meaning of GPT?
Pre-trained transformer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dave. Generative pre-trained transformer. Let me just make that very simple. Generative, like I said, is a generative AI platform. Pre-trained, it means it is already trained, or it has undergone training from a lot and a lot of data, right? Then the transformer. I won't go into that tonight because it is big technical, but just know that transformers are the principles of AI. Every AI you see works with a transformer. But let's not go into that. That's a bit technical for tonight. But it is generative pre-trained transformer. So I'm sure it will be hard to say that at a stretch. So they have to give us GPT. Imagine you're saying chats, generative pre-trained. So they say, let's just make it a GPT. So that's why it's easier to pronounce and all of that. So, but then AI learns patterns. It synthesizes content. It means when you give in a prompt, we'll soon go into prompting now. When you give AI a prompt, right, the AI synthesizes the prompt and it goes back to its data. From the data, it now predicts what should be the response to this question. It means that ChatGPT was not trained to answer every question. Let me now say this. I was going through a report, I think last week or thereabouts, the report from OpenAI. And one of the biggest problems that AI has to date is what we call hallucination, right? If you've used chatbox, All right, something is perhaps is because the short form gets people talking. I see what you did there. All right. All right. So, like I was saying, I was going through a report, from OpenAI. OpenAI is the company that built ChatGPT, right? And they're trying to explain to us that one of the biggest problems of ChatGPT, of all of the chat boxes that we have, we call them LLMs, is hallucination. Now, I'm sure you've probably asked AI before, and it gave you an answer that was totally off, and you're wondering if this, and probably you checked out the answer and it was wrong. It was wrong. Now, it's something we call hallucination. If you go to any, I think if you go to ChatGPT now, and I'm not sure of Gemini, but if you go to ChatGPT now and you ask and you type in the word strawberry, maybe try it later or maybe try it now if you can, if you're distracted. If you type the word strawberry and ask ChatGPT how many R's are in strawberry, as at the last update, it will tell you 2 R's. And it has 3 R's. I can see your comment, Ruth Philip. Do you understand? So these are hallucinations. It's why AI is not perfect. So is that what to replace you? It is not going to replace you. You only have to understand how to make the most, or how to understand how AI actually works. Yeah. So now AI, like I said, it synthesizes content based on the patterns he had learned rather than simply retrieving. So it's like having understood this amount of data, it can now interpret it into something you can use. Do you understand? AI does not copy, it creates, right? So it's not like saying that so AI would copy this that I did. No, it creates. It means, so that's why it's called. All right, so now this means that it has run an update. Last time I checked this, so they check these things, very, very frequently. Amira just checked now, and the AI gave her the correct answer. But if you had checked about 2-3 weeks ago, it was still in that error, right? Try any chat box, try Gemini, Cloud AI. It often missed, because it doesn't see the first error. It only counts the later 2 errors, which is called hallucination. Do you understand? All right. So AI does not copy; it creates. That's why it's called generative. So it creates new words, create new images, and those in fashion here, you really enjoy this, trust me. Those in fashion, those in music, those in tech, this is where it gets very interesting. So I hope this is clear enough. The point is to make you understand how AI works. It learns pattern, it synthesizes content, and it creates, not copies. Let me shock you. In case you've been wondering, do you like my slide? Those that have been seeing my slide, is it looking very interesting? Is it looking interesting? Yes. Now, I drafted out the entire content, but every image you see here is AI. So imagine I had to sit down for an entire week to do this slide. It would have taken days finding diagrams for every single page. Do you understand? Right? So I just told you that I need only 3D images. I gave it the content. It stylized it into 10 pages for me. Do you understand? That is where we are now. Imagine you have an impromptu something to present, and you are just on Microsoft PowerPoint 10 minutes to ABBA, right? But with a simple prompt, you could get it in 5 minutes. This came out in about, I think, 1 minute. You're about 1 minute. Yeah, I just put in my text there. All right, I want this exact thing to be there. Did not remember anything, but get me images that relate to this concept, right? This is generative AI. It makes work much easier. Let's quickly run now. Our time is fast spent. Now, how does this affect us? I want us to work very fast. How does this affect us as storytellers? When it comes to brainstorming, take for instance, the video I showed you was an idea in my head. I was at work, I think on Monday or Tuesday, and I wanted to show you something, how AI could actually help you in doing creative things. And I think I was on Pinterest, just look, because I do a lot. I always go on Pinterest sometimes to just look through designs. And I was on Pinterest and I saw a quill, right? A quill, and then I think I think it's called the pan sack, something like that. The quill and the paper, right? Just a picture. And it just dawned in my head. What if I have a love story about, a Raphael somewhere writing to a lady? He's on, he was imprisoned unjustly and didn't do that. I took the whole thing, did a rough draft, pushed it to the platform, to ChatGPT, had my script, had my stylized, had my animation prompt, had everything done. So I just went to the AI tool, did a bit of back-end work, and here you have a short film, just like that. The first thing to understand is it is not a replacement for you, it's a creative partner. Before now, if I wanted to do that short film, I had to begin to look for stock videos, and some will be paid. You go to Shutterstock, you'll find annoying watermarks there, But now I could brainstorm. I could think of impossible things, right? And I, for one, am into animation, right? And this has really helped a lot, a lot, a lot. Now there are animation platforms that you could type in a simple prompt and you could have a 3D model of a house. Before now, that would take at least 1 to 2 to 3 weeks to model a house in Maya or in Blender. But now with simple prompt, you could have. Now this calls to actually think back. There are people that still do not think that AI should be used, and I'm honestly worried, because how do you want to meet up with demands? I was in a product showcase on Monday, and someone came to showcase a product in my company, right? And she has already built an entire website that automates graphic design. It means you don't have to pay for it. Just search what you want, pick a template, chat what you want to do, and the designs were, my God. So AI is not, it's no more a thing you do due to choice, right? It has become a necessity. It means in anything you are doing, I mean, now we have AI platforms that helps in getting your pictures. I'm not the one that will make you look like a cartoon now. I mean, actual images, right? Do you understand? Actual pictures, portrait images. If you were to get some of these things before now, it required a lot of effort. But now AI has stylized, AI has simplified, AI has made it very much easier for you. Recently, I was building a model for for a project of mine, and this entire model normally should take about 2 weeks. But I did it in 4 days, and it was 4 days because I had this boot camp to plan. If there was no boot camp, maybe in one day I'll be done, or 2 days. Now imagine that compared to someone else who probably would sit down with a laptop and be drawing every single part of the model. It's not more hard work. I'm sorry, but that is you not maximizing the things you have at your beck and call. So this is a wake-up call to someone. You are into fashion, you are into something, begin to think and brainstorm. How does AI apply into this? AI helps you in character sketches. It helps you in research and fact checking. Before now, you have to go to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, all of those funny platforms, and you have to scroll for hours trying to understand the meaning of a word. But right now, with a simple prompt, you could get even the first time the word was used. How did I know that this whole thing began in 500 BC? I had to begin to check research. So the AI itself helps me check through 1,000 websites and generate the fact for me to use. Imagine I had to go through 1,000 websites. We will not be here today. Maybe this booster will be in December. Do you understand? So this is how much things has been made easier for you. Language processing. To those that write here, you have an editor on your phone. Right? Before now, we used to pay for editing rather. The last time I wrote my book, so I think the lady told me, I think it was about 100 naira per word that she edit. So imagine she was editing 5,000. How much would I have been paying? Exactly for that book I wrote myself that is going to be free, but I'm paying to edit it. Do you get? So this is the world that we live in today. Times are changing, things are happening. There is no skill. I repeat, there is no skill you want to learn now that you cannot learn. Take for instance, I was going to animation earlier this year, right? But there were a lot of courses online. How do I have a roadmap? I did something called role prompting. Role prompting allows you to tell the AI what role to take. And I generated an entire career roadmap for animation in 5 minutes. That would have taken me to call somebody in US, call somebody in China, call somebody in Dikini, in Ukraine. But from the amount of data it has been trained with, it could suggest, start here, check this out, and I confirmed this data, and it was 100% accurate. Are we following, please? I'm trying to make you understand that this has become a necessity. It's no more about the fact that, okay, I don't want, I'll talk about the meat later on, but you have to begin to think faster and think creatively. Let's quickly move on. Next, we have, yes, debunking AI storytelling myths. The first myth I've always heard about: AI will steal my ideas. AI is a tool, it's not a thief. AI is a tool, not a thief, right? Yes, there were a few times, I think recently, OpenAI, they had a breach or something like that. I think I saw that online, and some data were leaked online. That was I think the word for that would be not a mistake. I would say that was you know, hackers and people trying to go into people's data, and that was the outcome of that. But AI in itself will not steal your ideas. People also say that using AI is cheating. Now, that is highly relative, right? When you look through time, storytellers have always used the tools available to them. People before now made use of different platforms. I mean, take for instance, it's like a carpenter saying that I won't use the hammer because he's cheating. I'll use my hand to drive the nail through the wood. How does that sound? It sounds something has to be wrong with this person. Do you understand? So using AI or considering AI used to be cheating is extremely relative. Are there jobs that will not allow you to use AI to draft resumes and letters? Yes, it is. So in that case, that could come as cheating. But I'm saying fundamentally that AI in itself, using the tool you have available to you, is not cheating. Are we together, please? Now, the third myth here is people think AI writes better stories than anybody. No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. In fact, I have read some people's posts, some people's stories, and I could tell this is AI. AI does not write better stories. Like I said, AI is here because you are here. If you don't see yourself on top of the chain, you will constantly see AI as something above you. No, AI is beneath you. AI is beneath you. I think I should reiterate this again. AI is beneath you. It is the human element in AI that makes it unique. It means by itself and in itself, there's not so much it can do. Let's quickly move on. I'm sure you've watched sci-fi movies where AI took over the world and became all right, and people are kind of scared that what if AI today comes and, you know, and all of those things that happens. Well, those are movies. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but I'm also saying that fundamentally AI is only here because we are here. AI will replace human writers. Another myth. No, AI only enhances your capability. It's like your word. It's like MS Word. It's a tool. It's when you use Excel for spreadsheets. And the last one that is very, very mostly said is people think that AI content lacks soul. You feel like there's no emotion to it. The emotional element comes from you, not from AI. AI has no experience. It has no life experience. AI doesn't know what it means to be heartbroken. It could only try to, it does not have the emotional touch to it. The emotional touch comes from you. And the biggest fear again is people think that I will become AI dependent. I won't be able to think. I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to do that. That's a possibility. But that's what I'm trying to explain to you, that you have to understand that you are ahead. AI is here because of you. AI is here because of you. So you shouldn't come to a point where you are fearing dependency. There are some creative ideas that you have to sit down with and brainstorm for hours before you write a single prompt. So it shows that the level of creativity in you cannot be undermined. If you understand that you are a creative, you have a creative nature in you, that the ideas that you can do, there are things you could make use of, and there are a lot of things locked up in you. You understand that the fear of being AI dependent is not something you should take um extreme. I think that's the word. So AI complements your skills. It does not deplete your creativity. It does not kill your creativity, it rather complement your skills. It means that you are still in charge. If you keep that consciousness in yourself, you understand that a lot of fears would dissolve naturally. AI is here to complement your skills and not the other way around. All right, I'll quickly move on now. Yes, what AI cannot do, AI cannot replace human experience. AI cannot replace human experience. I repeat, AI cannot replace your experience. AI cannot replace your experience. AI cannot replace. I was showing yesterday how the virtue left me, and the virtue that left was phone was picked from my pocket. You can never take that experience from me. I would always recall 2019, I think 2018, I think it was 2019 about where my phone was stolen. It has been it's not a part of me. It's my experience. AI does not have that experience. AI does not make final creative decisions, right? AI sometimes we make concepts. This is the biggest problems why some of you will send some prompts to ChatGPT and the response you will get, you'll be surprised that what is he saying? Can we? What's he talking? It's talking the rubbish. It's because sometimes the context you use was not clear enough. Like I said, AI is exposed to a lot of data. Is exposed to a lot of data. Is exposed to a lot of data, right? You have to give it context. So I am working on this. Some of you just say things like draw a bed. For God's sake, there are thousands of beds in the world. Write me an essay. There are millions of essays that can be written. So the more vague your prompt is, the more vague the response will be. Did you get that, please? The more vague your prompt is, the more vague the response will be. The more vague your prompt is, I repeat, the more vague your response will be. The more vague your prompt is, you've seen people saying that draw or give me a story. For God's sake, there are billions, there are many variations of stories. There's science fiction, there's fiction, there's thriller, there's tragedy, there's comedy, there's satire. There are different niches. What do you want exactly? All right. Next, AI. People think AI can create truly original concepts. No. The data that AI is fed with comes from humans. I'm trying to make this so clear so you understand that the greatest fear is not AI. The greatest fear is how would we evolve? AI can never replace your unique voice. There is something about your creativity that cannot be replaced, which is where the balance comes in. I hope this is very clear enough. I want us to really go to prompt engineering. All right. This is the most interesting part now. So I think we'll play a little bit with some designs tonight. Then we'll see how we could continue that tomorrow. All right. So what is prompt engineering? Like I said, you are in charge, right? So write those prompts like you are in charge. See AI as your creative assistant. Do you understand? I think it was last week I needed to edit something. It was a very long data. It was a resume, and I was also working on something. So I had to put it on my assistant. So look at this and tell me what you can get from it. And I was working on my own thing. When it was done, I got data. Oh, so I had to adjust this, adjust that. If I had to, wait till I was done, that would have taken a lot of time. The first thing about prompt engineering is that it is basically directing AI. What do you want it to do? Now, so I'm limiting this tonight to generative AI. There are many other platforms, but for the sake of this, the sake of this teaching and this, bootcamp, we'll be sticking with generative AI alone. Now, the first thing is directing AI. Imagine yourself as a director. Would you tell someone under you that write this? No, you will give details. You will give details to it. So the first thing to note when it comes to prompting is that you must give details. You must give details. You must give details. Next thing sometimes is that you may not get the response you want on the first ask. You may not get the response you want on the second ask. So the act of iteration So try this. Remove that clause you used. Replace it with this clause instead. Generate something that has soul, something that could be of good use to you. And then you have to refine your prompts. I did a little sketch here, and it says transform basic ideas like write a story about a dragon. There are billions of ideas, a lot of stories to write about dragons. Is it about the medieval times, the Cretaceous period? What do you want exactly? Make it into a rich narrative. Okay, write about a grumpy elderly dragon guarding a library instead of gold. That gives context to it. That gives context to what you're asking. It makes it clearer that, oh, you need to write about a dragon. He's grumpy, he's elderly, he's in a library, he's not guarding gold, he's doing this. That gives more context. Context is one of the most basic things that people overlook when it comes to prompt engineering. Quickly, that's wrong. The next I have here is what should be in a good prompt. What should be in a good prompt? What should be in a good prompt? The first is a specific request. A specific request. What do you want? What do you want to be there? What do you want to be? Is it a story you want? Is it a design you want? Is it a concept you want? Is it a prompt you want? Is it a picture you want? What exactly do you want? You have to be specific. You have to be very specific. The next is context. Like I've said, give a bit of background details. So this is the context here. I'm writing this. I'm applying for this role. I need a resume tailored towards this particular role, and this and that and this and that. Give it context. Give it the persona. What do you want the AI to act as? Sometimes if I need something very critical, I tell my AI to act as a particular role. And sometimes it makes it more accurate, right? Number one, a specific request. Number two, a persona. Number three, add context. Number four, add constraints. Add constraints. Add constraints. I do not want this in this story. So it means that you cannot, after this bootcamp, go to any AI platform and you're saying, give me this. Write a one-line prompt. Unless what you want is something very basic. But the deeper and the more detailed your prompt is, the more accurate your response is going to be. Please, so far, did you get the concept of prompting? I want to be sure we all followed to this point. So far, did we get what it means to prompt? All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now quickly, I would like us to try a little project. The first 2 days had to be like this because I needed to teach. So when we start doing things, you understand why we are adding this. Why is this prompt this long? It's because the more detailed your prompt is, the more elaborate your response is going to be. Are we together, please? All right. So do you want us to continue with Raphael's story, or do we move on to something else? But before that, please bring in your questions while I set up on my end. Do you have any questions you want to bring on board before we continue? Anybody, you have some ideas in your head, you're trying to find the ways around it, or something about my teaching was not clear to you tonight, please push in your questions in the chat box. Amira, please go ahead.
Okay, so you said that when you're like as a writer, you're allowed to use.
There's a sound at the background. There's a sound at the background. I can't pick what you're saying. Okay, I think she's working on you can unmute the mic when you're ready, Amira. All right, while we wait for her, any other question from anybody before we move on tonight? Any question, any question, any question, any question? All right. Amira, please go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay, you said as a writer, you're allowed to use ChatGPT and everything. There was actually an issue I had today, and like I really wanted to just get it over and done with. So I didn't really have the strength to think. So I put the prompt, I put it up with ChatGPT, and then she gave me the answer. While I was writing it, I wasn't just going to copy it verbatim. Immediately, like I glanced through it, I just started getting ideas out of it, and I wouldn't really like regard it as cheating. So that's just what I'm wondering. Like when people see writers using ChatGPT, it's not like it's a cheat code, but I'm wondering if like it's still okay.
All right. Trust me, I understand. And I have been there a couple times. For someone that um, is into email marketing, I send out emails very often. For some reason, I think it is there's almost it's become a tradition. I either have to write something to someone, send an email, send a report, and all of that. And sometimes it could be a lot at the same time. So I delegate a lot of things. So one reason why it will not be cheating is I always narrow down what I want to write to the exact, even to the exact way it starts and ends. Now here's the thing: do not let AI think for you. That's the balance. You shouldn't think for you. You should think with you. I don't know if we got that. You shouldn't think for you. You should rather think with you. Right? What that means is that, like Amira rightly said now, so there was something and you had a project to work on, but when you read the whole thing, you had other ideas to work on. It means your thinking should not be left from the equation. You still have to think. You still have to look at the con. Trust me, there are a lot of times when you have wrong. I'm sure you would find this in every chat. GBT can make mistakes. It's like a reminder to you, right? And it shows the extent at which mistakes can be made. Do you understand? But the amazing thing will be that the more you use these things, the more you understand the balance to it. Do you understand? Right? So do not let it think for you, rather let it think with you. Right. So I hope that also addresses that. Adeze, please go ahead. Adeze, are you there? All right, okay. All right, no problem. But it feels like if AI helps you write a scene or more things in your book, when you use it as a tool because it's a machine, it feels like you are less of a writer. Let me get you. All right. But it feels like if AI helps you write a scene or most things in your book, when you use it as a tool because it is a machine, it makes you feel less of a writer. That's why I had to start by, reiterating this with Amira that you do not let it think for you. You let it think with you. It shouldn't think for you. It should think with you. What that simply means is that, take for instance, sometimes this year I was writing a story about AI. Funny enough, it was a Nigerian drama, right? It was a story about a young girl. Let me just give you a brief about it. A young girl was not it wasn't that I left the whole thing for it for me. I also it was an idea I had started working on the previous year. I took out time to design it before then allowing AI into the entire process. So I'm just saying this that you do not let it do the thinking for you. You rather allow it think with you. Now, for those that have seen my new book that will be published very soon, the cover there, the cover design on that page is on my Instagram and my, I think on my LinkedIn and Facebook. The cover design there was entirely AI. Now, when I was thinking about what to put at the design myself, I had something in mind. The chess piece, using a chess piece for it. And I took these concepts to AI. It kept giving me a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now, Daisy? I'm sorry for the break, everyone. Oh, don't worry, out. All right, the story was an African, it was an African setting, right, of a young girl. I'm saying in this story, I, included time travel, I included science fiction, I included parallel dimensions. So, imagine a Hollywood classic movie, but in Africa. Do you understand? So that was the story I work with. I'd had the idea in my head since last year, right? So I'd done a bit of drafting, I'd, written out the plot, but I needed to also imagine what are the different variations this story could end. So I took an idea to AI, right? And we considered different variations of how this could end. Now, that's to reiterate the fact that you do not let it think for you, it thinks with you. And I'm saying again that the book I'm about to publish again, the entire idea, my mind was so fixed on using a chess piece for the instance, a chess piece, right? So I took it to AI. It gave me different variations. At a point, I had a different idea in mind, but it wasn't giving the exact. So I kept reiterating my prompts, changing my prompt, changing my prompt, changing my prompt until I was able to arrive at the end in mind. Do you understand? So it means that I knew what I wanted in mind, right? I think there was a time I needed to send a mail to someone, and it just occurred to me that, oh, I should have add this in my mail, right? But this is what they asked me to add. But I needed to fine tune something. Do you understand? You see that thinking, that creative cap, it has to always be on. There's some days you will not feel like thinking. That's the problem. You need to be able to think. Now, even when you probably you're so tired, you have a lot you need to do, right? Let there be that you have an end goal in mind, that there's something you want to be as the result of this. That is what would keep your creative cap on. There are sometimes to write some letters, please do not use ChatGPT. There are some things you're gonna have to write. Sit down, draft out something, let it be rough. Then take the idea to ChatGPT and allow it to refine it for you. That is fine. But that you want to write a letter to someone randomly, maybe there's something, try to do something first. Sit down with the whole thing. And unless maybe you are on a tight schedule, you have to rush somewhere, you should not take out your thinking cap. That's what makes you ahead. Because I think it was Claude. Yeah, I don't know if you know Claude AI. Claude AI, they did an update recently. So everybody right now using Claude AI, you are teaching Claude AI how to respond. It means Claude AI now learns from our prompts. Exactly. You are still ahead. It learns from you, right? So do not see AI as a perfect creative. It is prone to hallucinations, it is close to errors, but the balance then comes in how you send your prompting. Please, I hope this is clear enough. I really hope to do something tonight, but I think I would like us to address all of these questions here and there so you understand how to actually maximize AI. All right, thank you for that, Daisy. So quickly, I would like us to see what we could work on tonight. Are we still together, please? I know these are stretched beyond the time, but I want us to still. Okay, Ruth, what's your question, please? Okay, all right. So as a music artist, how do I use AI to write songs without losing my creative voice? Beautiful, beautiful. Now, the movie I played for you, that the sound in that music, I had to create it myself with AI. Because the sound I saw online, it wasn't giving the exact emotional feel I wanted. So I needed an emotional sound, right? I had to use AI for that. All right. Now I think so. Here's what we'll do for the music artist. Tomorrow I'll be giving out a free material to everybody here. It is free because trust me, if we're to charge for it, it will be beyond what we are charging for, right? So, and in this material, I gave access to almost every AI tool you will ever need. To those that write, to those in fashion, to those that are into music, every AI tool you will need. The links to it will be in the book. The materials to it will be in the book. Everything you will need will be there. Do you understand? Right? So it means it's time to begin to create those ideas. Right now, there's a feature on Canva that allows you to design websites yourself. If you're into freelancing, you want a personalized website, there are AI platforms now that could give you a website with a simple prompt. Do you understand? I wish we had time to go through them one by one, one by one, one by one. But because of the time that I have tonight, I won't be able to do that. But what I would do tonight in just 10 minutes, if I still have time, would be I will show you how I was able to create this video. Do we do that tonight or tomorrow? Let's quickly comment, please. Do you just want to do that tonight, or do we do that first thing tomorrow? I did not forget the assignments anyway, so that's the last thing we'll talk about tonight. All right, so when do we show the process? Please let's respond, let's respond, let's respond, let's respond, let's respond, so I know what we're doing tonight. Would you like to see the process involved in creating that video? All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, thank you for your responses. Oh, sorry about that, Emmanuel. All right, all right. But were you able to understand the concepts of AI today and how it works? Was it clear enough? Was the class clear enough? Did you understand how AI works? Did you understand prompting? Pamela, please go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy I'm in this class. I I'm so happy. Just want you to know that I've learned a lot. And so I went to ChatGPT, right? And I did a prompting about my story. I just gave it a line, and it gave me a beautiful story relating to, at least relating to, what I I went through when I was a child. And
Wow.
I it's a beautiful story. I think I'm going to work on it. I'm still going to, just walk around it. But it's beautiful to be here. It's so beautiful to be here. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, amazing. Thank you for that review. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Pamela. All right. I'd really hoped we would so tomorrow would just be so I'll be sending some prompts on the group tonight. All right. It is for image. We'll start with simple things for images, right? So please try out the prompt, see what the output is, play with it. Tomorrow would be practical all through. I'm not sure my slides will be much tomorrow, or if they will be at all. Right, tomorrow we'll move to GPT, we'll move to image effects, we'll move to Suno AI, we'll move to the little ones we could cover for the final day of the class today. But I want to be sure you learned something today. Please, I want to be sure you learned something. Could you maybe let me know in the chat box or something? Was it worth your time? Did you have something to pick from the class today? Do you now understand that AI is not here to replace you, that you are the one in charge? AI is here because you are here, right? And I wish this was a techie event. I would have gone into much deeper things. To those that probably are into programming, into coding, there's a lot you can do with AI. You could build an AI agent that helps you automate your business. You could be an AI agent that helps you automate your social media. And also, after tomorrow's class, some of you, I would recommend you begin to take jobs, especially those that are into content creation. I'll show you how you can automate all of these things tomorrow. Yeah. So please and please, it's do not miss tomorrow for anything, right? Do not miss for anything. Okay, Amira said, I learned that AI is a creative body and not an idea thief. Also, it isn't cheating when you pick its brain and work with it. Thank you for that, Amira. Thank you so much. I'm sorry again, we couldn't cover much. I feel we didn't cover all I wanted to cover, but the point is that you learned something from it. Thank you all again for tonight. Is Glory still here?
Yes, I am.
All right, over to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I believe we have all learned one thing or the other, and it has been a great session. There's nothing left for me to say as all our questions have been answered. And I hope that we'll come tomorrow earlier so that we'll be able to finish up in time, as we see that we started late today and it's led to this. So I hope that we don't miss tomorrow's session. You don't want to miss it. Today was a very